Nintendo video games based on movies suck. If you don't believe me, look at the LGN releases for movies that were turned into video games. Those were an insult to the movies. And one of the movie video games came out about a decade after the original movie came out. I'm talking about Jaws. Love the film, bad video game. Love Predator, terrible video game. Lethal Weapon, awesome movie, terrible Nintendo game. Hell, Friday the 13th had an original for the Nintendo back in the day. And a couple years later, actually, about 30 years later, someone put it on the current generation consoles, which I think is pretty awesome. And you have to think to put a certain video game, actually per a certain movie, and actually put it on a certain console that actually makes sense for now. And hell, I would love to see A Nightmare on Elm Street get the same treatment that the Friday the 13th film got for a kind of a reboot for a video game, but it'll be a good way to actually compete against people from around the world, just like that Friday the 13th game that came out, I think 2014 or 15. Just to all you people out there trying to make a next video game based on a movie, check out the movie video games from the 80s that were on the Nintendo system.